then everybody's just laughing, right? Like, ha ha ha, you got the plastic baby,
you,
right?
you
So
got to buy tamales. Dale.
all right, man. Let's start with the obvious thing. New Year's, right? How was your New
Oh
Year's?
man, hey, it was pretty good. You know what? We took a couple weeks break here, so we had Christmas and New Year's. Man, I had a good time. Needed break. It had been a while since we had so many parties actually going on. I would tell you, it's kind of very interesting now with all the nephews and nieces and all the
Hmm.
birthdays. We have like party season from like kind of like end of August all the way through all the way through January, and then it picks up with Valentine's and March, there's birthday and things like that. So it's just like it's been a lot of parties. So I got a chance to host a few. I even got to practice a lot of my grilling skills with the Traeger. So it's been really good. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to travel to St. Louis. Man, it's just cold over there, man. I'm glad to live in live in more south. It's like, it's like some places, some people like snow, some people like the cold weather, right? I'm not a
Mhm.
fan. I think that I need too much vitamin D.
Do your joints start to hurt a little
I
bit?
guess, I guess. And the other thing is that I'm allergic to cats. And my in-laws, they have a couple cats. They did a great job on trying to minimize my discomfort.
Well, what happens? I've heard of that, but do you get hives or you just get eyes watering? What is
You
it?
know, like maybe 10 years ago or so, it was only maybe a little rash, like whatever, manageable. But I
Uh-huh.
stopped actually being around cats for a long time. And now my literally like almost get like an asthma attack, right? So
Oh, okay.
yeah, last time I actually ended up in the hospital just because and I didn't know that it would be that bad, right? So yeah, I need to be careful. Cats are my kryptonite.
Oh man, well you got to watch out. Get
So
get some extra
I think
Benadryl.
I think that the gods they grab me from the hills, dip me in the thing like Achilles, and they put the cats as kryptonite for me.
Yeah. Oh man, well that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll work that into your intro next time. Uh, no, well, it sounds like you had a good time either way for during the holidays. I know it's always a good time. I know for Latinos especially, right? We get together, we do all the tamales, we do all the presents and the staying up late and all of that. So I
Dude,
know
it starts
it's
with
always
all of
fun.
the posadas, right? Like Guadalupe
Uh,
Reyes, which starts in December 12th. Like for
mhm.
you, it starts in August. But for most of the other people, it's usually like the season is like December 12th. And for some people that they don't know the posadas, maybe a lot of people know the piñatas, right? And that's part of the posadas, which is basically you start a party, and it was very fun. I was explaining my daughters the kind of the traditions and sometimes of the chanting, right? Like kind of the things that they have to do when they're singing. To go
Mhm.
outside, and you have half of your family inside and half of the family outside, and they're singing a song, basically "Let me in," right? And it's like, and you're part of your family. Part of the chanting is like not allowing them to get in, right? So,
Yeah.
and then at some point, it's like, "Come on, let me in," and they have because they have the baby Jesus, right? So, and then they let them in, and then it's like the party starts and all of that. And obviously, the piñatas, we all know piñatas. But I was telling my daughters that they used to be clay, like the
Oh,
pot,
really?
they used to be clay, and that's the reason when you heat it, kind of
That
almost
everything
exploded.
breaks. Hmm.
That's every. And now, when I was younger, it's like, man, I hated it when it was paper because it would take a long time to kind of heat it and just break it, right? Sometimes you
Uh,
couldn't even break it. And actually, the adults, they would have to come back and just split it, right? But yeah,
mhm.
that was kind of
I mean,
lame when they have to do that.
when they were clay, would you have to wear like safety goggles or something? Like I don't get
Dude,
it.
this was the 80s. Nobody cared in the fucking
Right.
80s.
This is
We were made to last, right?
yeah, built to last,
Yes, yes.
built
So
for tough.
there was no, like, I mean, and obviously your knees were scraped because it's in the concrete. There was no grass. Like, this was like on Mexico City, right, on the concrete, in the jungle, the concrete
The
jungle.
concrete jungle, right?
And that, and dude, I have one memory of mine where uh I hit the piñata, and suddenly I hit it on the side, and the whole piñata just falls. And it was one of those stars piñatas that it just falls and it didn't break. Then I
Oh,
just literally grabbed the whole piñata, and my family is big, man, maybe 60,
uh,
70 people and cousins. They were running around me just to get.
oh, they were chasing you.
They were chasing me like to try to get the piñata, and obviously the adults and my uncles and my parents like, come on, right? Like, but it was funny. I was carrying the whole piñata by
uh,
myself.
Travieso, right? That's what they say.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's too funny. Well, it's always a good time of year, and I think it's an appropriate time just to say thanks to all of our, our friends and family, subscribers that have been supporting us. This is we completed our first year. It's my 6, 7 months, I think, since we started. So, just wanted to thank everybody. Let y'all know that we appreciate the support, and we're gonna keep going. We really enjoy kind of sharing our lives and all of this tech and Bitcoin and crypto stuff with you.
For sure, and we all also love our haters too. So
The haters too.
yes, I mean it's part of it, right? Like it is what it is, right? So, but yeah, thank you for all of your comments and everything. Talking about more traditions, though, uh, I need to get better on that. I think that Mexican traditions, they're very good. One of them is like the ponche. Have you tried the ponche? Like the fruit punch with the sugar cane?
Oh yeah, yep. We
So,
didn't
so
we didn't make it this year though. Usually we do,
okay.
but mhm.
Well, Katie, my wife, she's so awesome on traditions, right? She's always getting on those things, and then she put in our luggage all of the
Oh really? All the ingredients,
all of the
the sugar cane.
ingredients, sugar cane, and
They
all of
don't
the, I don't
have
know, in
they don't have caña
tejocotes.
in St. Louis.
I have no idea. Probably not, because I can tell you they didn't even have freaking peppers. I went to get some
Oh,
serranos into their store. I forgot the name on over there of
mhm,
their, like, equivalent to their own HEV.
mhm.
It's Snogs or Schnucks or whatever, and
Uh,
they didn't have it. It's like, yeah. So that's the reason why I have tecaña, which is sugarcane,
uh-huh.
and all of that in the suitcase. I don't know the name of the cocotes. Do you know? It's like the yellowish fruit. It's very kind of hard. Um,
Uh,
I forgot the name in English.
mm,
Whatever, but it's called tejocote. It's like it gives a little bit of flavor to the punch, right? My
mhm,
mom had a recipe. Some of the key ingredients, sugar cane, and you basically add all of the fruit that you want.
mhm,
Also, you need to add hibiscus, the plant. In
mhm.
Mexico, we call them jamaica,
Jamaica. Mhm,
which is kind of makes the punch a little bit reddish and a little bit more between sour and bitterish,
mhm.
and depending how that, and also very important piloncillo, right, which is like the
Piloncillo.
sugar, and then you just warm it up. I like it kind of warm the punch, and you just leave it there, man, for a
Mhm.
long time to that way the fruit gets the juice. But yeah, it's delicious. I recommend a lot of people to do it, right? Like, just give it a try. But yeah, that was one of the traditions too.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I did make some Jamaica tea. I usually just brew it up just a little bit, but this time I use
Mm,
piloncillo. Also, piloncillo, if you're not familiar with it, it's like that. It's like that brown looking cone, and I
mm.
think it's like cinnamon, maybe, and brown sugar, something like that.
It's
But it
very
has a
raw sugar, I believe.
raw sugar.
And it
Yeah,
has a, yeah. It's like and it should be a sugar cane as well, but it's just brown. It's just very raw. Yeah,
yeah. Well, it gives it either way. It gives it kind of a deep, rich, sweet flavor, right? It's a sweetener, so really good. You have to kind of boil it together with with the Jamaica tea the way I made it, but I didn't add the fruit. I just made it into normal tea. I missed out on the sugar cane, but
you miss out, yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, wait, I mean, take the traditions with you, right? That's how they spread. And I think you're right. Like, I think part of the thing that drives a lot of the Latino culture is like the traditions, the things that we bring with us, things that we remember as kids, and we try to pass down to the future generations. So I think super important, and it's really interesting and important to kind of keep spreading those. Make
Hmm.
sure that we don't lose them. And I know it's really easy when you're assimilating multiple cultures and things like that, right? In the United States, you even adopt other traditions from other cultures, not just your own. So pretty interesting. But yeah, really important to kind of continue with your root cultures as well. Makes sense.
Yeah, and it creates a melting pot, right, on these
Mhm.
things. Like today, is Dia de los Reyes in Mexico, right? Which, for some of those that they don't know, is like Santa. It's basically, you know uh, uh, a tradition here. But in usually in other countries, like in the case of Mexico, it actually was more this day, which is very similar to Christmas, right, where you get the presents and all of that. But the interesting thing here is that is the remembering the basically the three wise men, and also they're magical. They bring you gifts. It's similar to Santa.
Mhm.
So
Three
and
Santas.
trees and that's like and over there they call it kings, right? The three
Uh-huh.
kings, and in the Bible sometimes it's referred as the wise man. But yeah, it's and you see them, like people take pictures, like in malls and everything. You see the Santa and the three wise men, which is
Uh-huh.
funny. I probably have some pictures of myself with all of them, right? So yeah, I think that is fun, and again, you just remember these kind of memories, right? But yeah, to all of those kids, uh, behave so that way they can bring you gifts.
You don't get your lump of coal.
I guess the thing that I really like it though, it was there is a cake, the king cake, and it's basically for people that are living here in US. It's similar to it's called king cake, right?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
maybe other people know it as Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras cake is very very similar,
Oh,
which
the
is
little
just
baby, right?
yeah,
You
and
guys,
and it
little baby
has and
inside.
it has plastic babies inside. And again, these traditions, like imagine the hazards, like oh, you choke on the freaking like plastic baby. But the tradition is if you are cutting the baby and you get a plastic baby, then you have to buy tamales in February. Uh,
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that
you have not heard that?
before. No, I
Hmm.
have not seen that. I mean, hey, I like the idea. Tamales are always a good. Tamales are always a good thing, right?
Yes, they are, and I think that that was a very nice tradition, at least in my family. But a lot of families do it, even in the offices. They will get when you go to the office, they call it rosca de
Hmm.
Reyes, which is kind of like the shape of a donut, right? But in a cake, in a very large cake, and then
Hmm.
they start splitting it, and then everybody's just laughing, right? Like, ha, ha, you got the plastic baby,
You
right?
you
So
got to buy tamales.
yeah, it's like this resemble again. It's remember a lot of the Hispanic culture is very religious, right? So it's also a remembering of Jesus.
Mhm.
So, and it's about literally 40 days after Christmas, and I believe it's February 2nd, that all of the people, because sometimes they put four babies, sometimes only one, like who knows, depending if the baker was like drunk. They would put more, right? So, and whoever got the babies, they have to buy. They need to host the party
Uh,
to get tamales.
so it's not just tamales. You got to have the party. Well,
You have to
I
get the party.
in the office we would always do you buy the king cake, and it's usually just like the $10-15 one from HEB. Sometimes people would bring them in from Louisiana, right? Because they have these like very very tasty ones, and they look really nice, right? And they're like 100, $200, right? For those over there, especially when they get shipped in, or some people brought them in. But whoever got the little baby, they would have to buy the next one, and so it was kind of like a tag. And you know we would get a new king cake every few days for like whatever the month following until it ended, right? And so it was always pretty fun. But after a while, people are like, no more, no more, no more king cake. And then people started saying, oh, there was no baby in this one, and so like it would end. I think people got tired of it, so we stretched that out a little bit, like once a week, one king cake a week, so it wouldn't be too many calories. But it's kind of fun. Those traditions, and king cake tastes good. So I like the ones that have there's some that have some filling also, some jelly filling.
Mhm.
Those are pretty good too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that here my point is enjoy the traditions, right? Like it's always a point to be around family. So yeah, it's always awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Well, again, it was a good year, but it's the start of 2024. So we got lots of good things coming this year. But yeah. Well, everybody, I think that's all that we've got for today. I just want to encourage y'all to like, subscribe, and comment. We love seeing the engagement. It's really fun. I want to do a shout out to my friends, Raul, Jay, Leo. You guys have been commenting and letting me know how much you guys enjoy the content. So I just want to make sure you guys know that we appreciate y'all. Mando?
Yeah, shout out to Jason. It's like he has been helping us to shape the pod, to give some structure. So thank you.
Yeah. So again, appreciate it. Happy New Year. We'll see y'all next time. We'll see you sin miedo.
Dale, bye.
Bye.